All right, let's jump right in. We need to talk about one of the biggest shifts happening in IT right now, and that's the evolution of the network engineer. I mean, if you've ever felt that pull between the command line that you've totally mastered and this huge oncoming wave of AI, then this explainer is definitely for you.
Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room right away. Are we all about to be automated out of a job? The answer, coming from people on the front lines, is a resounding no. This is not about being replaced, it's about our roles making a huge transition. And this quote just nails it. This isn't the end, it's an upgrade. We're moving to a role that's way more strategic and has way more impact.
You know, this massive change didn't just happen overnight. Not at all. It's really just the next logical step in a journey that, well, we've all been on for a while. So to really get a handle on where we're going, we first have to look back at where we've been. And we can do that by breaking it down into 4 distinct generations of networking.
And it really builds on itself. We all started back in Gen 1, right? The manual CLI era. That was the world of logging into every single device, one by one, drafting our configs in Notepad, and really our value was in having this encyclopedic knowledge of vendor commands. Then came Gen 2, scripting. We started using Python, Ansible, and the like to automate all that repetitive stuff. We were still the brains of the operation, but our scripts became our super fast fingers. Gen 3 was a big leap. Intent-based networking. That's where we started telling the network what we wanted, not exactly how to do it. And that leads us right here to today, Gen 4, AI Ops, the Copilot era, where AI agents are actively in there with us, helping out.
And here is the absolute key takeaway. Your CCNA, your CCNP, all of that deep, hard-won knowledge about how packets flow and protocols talk to each other, that is not becoming obsolete. Far from it. It's actually becoming the foundational logic layer that you'll use to guide these newer, more powerful systems. Your expertise isn't being erased, it's being elevated.
So why is all this happening right now? What's the big rush? Well, to put it simply, the old way of doing things, that manual device-by-device approach, it's just breaking. It's buckling under the sheer pressure and scale of modern networks. The complexity has just outrun our ability to manage it all by ourselves.
And let's talk about the specific pain that's driving this. First, the MTTR crisis, mean time to resolution. Think about it. An AI can sift through mountains of logs and telemetry to find a bad cable that's causing latency in seconds. That's a job that used to take us hours, if not days. Then there's alert fatigue. Oh man, we've all been there, just drowning in thousands of SNMP traps. An AI can cut through all that noise and find the one signal, the one alert that actually needs your attention. But maybe the biggest thing is we get to move from being reactive to being proactive. An AI can spot the little warning signs, like a slow memory leak on a switch, and flag it before the network ever has a chance to go down.
So this new reality, it really demands a new identity from us. It's a huge mindset shift. We're moving from being the hands-on keyboard operator to becoming a high-level systems orchestrator. You're not driving the car anymore, you're designing the traffic system for the whole city.
Now, to really make this concept click, let's use an analogy that I know every single network engineer watching this will get immediately. Just start thinking of this new AI agent as another layer of abstraction, kind of like the dynamic routing protocols we already trust and use every single day. Let's just break that down. Remember the old days of static routing? We were the intelligence. We had to manually define every single path for every packet. It was slow, it was brittle, and you had to know everything. Now, think about how we use BGP or OSPF today. We don't tell the router which physical link to use, right? No way. We define a high-level policy, and the protocol just figures out the best path all by itself. It maintains the state. AI orchestration is exactly the same principle. We provide the architectural intent, and the AI agent works out all the low-level details for us.
And listen, this isn't just some dry technical concept. For people who experience it, it's a profound aha moment. There's this great quote from John Capobianco, a veteran network architect. He was describing the first time he saw an AI troubleshoot a network. Instead of writing hundreds of lines of brittle Python code to test things, he just fed the raw interface output to an AI and asked, in plain English, "Is this healthy?" And the high-quality, correct answer that came back just blew him away. It was a moment that changed his whole perspective. So, this is the heart of the mindset shift. Your value is no longer tied to being a walking encyclopedia of CLI commands. Your real value, your superpower really, is in your deep understanding of the architecture of how all the pieces fit together. You become the person who can ask the AI the right questions and guide it toward the right solutions. You're leveling up your impact.
Okay, so what's the path forward? What's the game plan here? It's actually pretty simple. It's all about combining your irreplaceable human expertise, your brain, with the incredible scale and speed of AI, its brawn.
This is the perfect way to think about it. All that experience you've built up over your career, all those weird outages you troubleshot at 3 a.m., that's not going anywhere. It's being encoded. You are literally teaching your knowledge to these new digital coworkers, these agents, who can then go and execute tasks using your expertise, but at a speed and scale you could never achieve alone.
So what skills should you be focused on right now? Well, the great news is it's less about becoming a hardcore coder. The biggest emerging skill is what's called spec-driven development. Really, that's just a fancy way of saying get really good at writing clear instructions in plain English. It's like writing a detailed policy document that an AI can then turn into code or configurations. Of course, you'll need to understand the fundamentals of AI and ML and get better with data. But honestly, the really crucial ones are the soft skills, your strategic thinking, and your ability to communicate that strategy.
And hey, if you're feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome right now, you are not alone. A lot of top engineers felt like there was this mythical glass ceiling, that you needed a PhD in math or a computer science degree to even get started with AI. But the reality is, the tools are so much more accessible now. Seriously, if you can work with a REST API, you have more than enough skill to start building some really meaningful solutions today.
So ultimately, let's just be clear. The single most valuable asset in this new era, it's not the AI model. It's your domain expertise. It's your deep, hard-won knowledge of networking. The question for us is no longer about operating the network, it's about orchestrating it. So are you ready to lead the orchestra?